EA is coming out with a massive patch that is going to completely change the game. Stay until the end to know all of the crazy patches that they're finally putting into FC24. Alright guys, we are back with another video. It's going to be a more chill video today because honestly this was like an emergency recording. I've got some other stuff coming out, Luton Town series, pack openings, all that stuff. Getting some evolution guides coming out very soon as well for the new evolution that just dropped. But had to get into this video because there's a huge update that they're going to be coming out very soon with, and it's going to be some massive changes to the game, which I'm very excited for. Some I'm not a massive fan of, but let's get into it. See what you like, see what you don't like, and let me know in the comments if you think this is a good change overall or a bad one. Let's get into it. Alright, so here it is, EA Sports FC24 Pitch Notes Holiday Update. I'm not sure if it says the exact date that they're actually going to be rolling this update out, but this is the most recent update that they're going to be putting in very soon. A lot of the stuff I really like, some of it I'm not a fan of, but we'll get into that. So this update adds 94 player items to Ultimate Team, over 100 new and updated star heads, and aims to enable players to attack with more creativity, especially through the center of the pitch and near the sidelines. Just off that initial paragraph, initial sentence, this is something huge. I've heard so many creators, so many people complain about the cutbacks, complain how it's so hard to get into the center of the pitch and actually build up and attack through the center of the pitch. Everyone is just running down the sideline, cutting back, trying to cross it, all this other shenanigans this year. A lot of the gameplay has been super stale this year, and this update's finally just addressing those issues and finally looking like they're actually like listening to the community and all the creators about all of the shit people have been saying about this game. But reduced midfield congestion, reduced sideline pressure on attackers, which I'm not too sure if I'm a huge fan of quite yet, because everyone's running down the line anyway, so we'll have to see what happens there. Decreased manual goalkeeper movement, speed, and positioning, which I am a huge fan of. I hate the manual goalkeeping. I felt like it was so OP. It's been so OP for a couple years now, I feel. So finally they're addressing that. And more offensive-minded wingbacks in 3 and 5 at the back formations, which I think is really good. I know there's some rats out there that just are so defensive with their fullbacks in these formations, and they're so annoying sometimes in champs and rivals. So yeah, this is a pretty big one. So they actually go super in depth here with the offensive-minded wingbacks. Looks like they have a little video here. So this is what the wingbacks were before. And I guess, okay, they run back pretty fast there. Let's take a look at this video. He's running back here, and okay, it looks like he's taking longer to get back. Okay, you know what? I actually don't mind that at all. I don't mind it at all. It's going to be a lot more like risk reward to have those fullbacks running up and down the pitch now, which I kind of like, honestly. I don't mind that at all. With this change, we're looking to ensure that 3 and 5 at the back formations are playing more towards their authentic nature, attacking high up the field. As you can see in the videos below, players will still return to help on defense, but not as quickly, encouraging the attacking team to take more advantage of open space. Okay, that's what I kind of thought. That's what it looked like in these videos. Pretty big, honestly. This is a pretty good update. I like this. I don't mind it at all. Like I said, it's going to introduce that risk reward factor of having your wingbacks or fullbacks running up and down the pitch. You're going to be a little more cautious of that, and they're not going to be like as good at running up the field and running back and or just holding defensively, which I don't mind at all. Reduced midfield congestion. This is one that a lot of people, including myself, I think are going to be excited about. With these changes, we are looking to promote more tactical variety when attacking through the center of the pitch. Central areas could have sometimes felt overly congested in the past, making it hard to find passing options. Player in the midfield and on the wings are now going to mark less aggressively in order to prevent over congestion in central midfield. That is just what everybody wanted. I'm kind of mad that it's taken till December for them to do this, but I'm glad they're finally doing it. Like, yeah, I've seen so many creators, so many people, so many rage rants of people just complaining about this tactic where you're able to just put like the 71 depth or whatever it is, and like man-on-man marking, whatever the hell the tactics are, and it's so annoying because there's no available options. Nobody's able to get past, like you can't pass it to anybody because everyone's covered, and if you do pass, you just lose the ball. So everyone's forced to run down the line, everyone's forced to cut back and just try to restart, switch the play. It's so annoying. So finally we're going to get some better offense going through the middle of the pitch. This is something you love to hear. We expect these changes to open central areas up for a bit more passing plays and creativity, and we look forward to hearing feedback from players. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be excited about that. A lot of people have been complaining about it for months, so yeah, I'm glad they're finally doing that. Reduced sideline pressure. Okay, let's take a look at what this is, because like I said, everyone's already running down the line, including myself. I feel like it's one of the only ways I can actually get goals, so I don't know about this change. We'll have to see what they're actually doing. When players had the ball along the sidelines, there sometimes could have been an excessive amount of pressure applied to them by the defensive team using a high line. So we have significantly reduced the amount of pressure the defensive team will apply in these situations, giving some more space for attackers to get out of tricky situations with additional passing options. See, I don't know about that first sentence where it says there sometimes could have been an excessive amount of pressure applied to people on the sidelines. I felt like that was the only way I could score goals, just running up the sideline, running up the side, actually crossing it or cutting back, trying to get something into the center there. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let me know in the comments if you think this is a good change. I feel like this could be a big mistake, and it's just going to encourage people to run up the sideline even more. So I don't know. We'll see how that plays in game. I don't know, man. I'm kind of nervous about that change. Decreased goalkeeper movement and positioning speed. Okay, so they reduced the movement speed of goalkeepers when using the move goalkeeper input. And additionally, goalkeepers will now hold their final position for a short time before returning to their normal position. Okay, that is huge, man, because there's so many rats that move their goalkeepers, and it's so annoying because it's so OP. It's so OP. You can try to shoot across goal, and someone will just move their goalkeeper right into that lane, and there's really nothing you can do. You have to be super patient, and sometimes you can't be patient. Being able to manually move your goalkeeper in the right positions can have a major impact on saving incoming shots when performed successfully. When moved manually, goalkeepers would run back to their original position immediately after releasing the input request, making it harder than intended for attackers to capitalize on these mistakes. In this update, the goalkeeper manual movement speed has been slightly decreased, and goalkeepers will take a moment before returning to their original position after being moved. We are looking to ensure that players who excel at reading the game can be rewarded for their efforts when outwitting their opposition's goalkeeper movement. Okay, so let's take a look at the first example here. Okay, so goalkeeper's coming out for the shots. Coming out a little bit more. Okay, getting into position. There's the manual movement, it looks like. And it gets right back into position. Okay, let's see what it is now. So manual movement. Okay, so it takes a second for the goalkeeper to actually... Okay, let's take a look at that again. I actually really like that. I really like that. Let's see it again. So there's the manual input. They plant, and then they run back. Oh my god, I love that so much. I love that. So now it's way more risky for the manual input for the goalkeepers. I love that so much. That's huge. I hate it when people manually move the goalkeeper. I'm not gonna lie. I don't do it because I think it's ratty, but everyone else does it, so I really should start doing it. Okay, so here's some other stuff here. Finesse and Finesse Plus playstyle adjustments. Slightly reduced finesse shot accuracy when performed by players with the Finesse and Finesse Plus playstyles. Okay, so I guess EA kind of realized that playstyle plus was busted, so I guess they had to nerf it, because literally anyone with Finesse Plus playstyle, I'm talking that like Player of the Month Salah, the Griezmann cards, I can't, there's other ones that are huge in the game that are so good. Son has them. Those ones were always the go-tos, and I feel like everyone was using the guys with Finesse and Finesse Plus. So yeah, this is a pretty big one. It's going to kind of balance it and teeter them along with all the other shot playstyles, which I think is pretty big. Also, more authentic controlled sprint speed. Slightly reduced the top speed of players when using controlled sprint. Okay. Our intent with this change is to bring the top speed of controlled sprint closer to more authentic real-world player movement. This change does not prevent players who excel at exploiting space with their controller sprint from doing that, but we anticipate that this slight top speed reduction can result in more authentic match flow. Okay, so it looks like they're trying to slow the game down a little bit with this update. I don't know how I feel about that. I felt like the gameplay's already kind of been a little slower, but you know what? I don't mind that, just because I feel like that controlled sprint can sometimes be a little broken, especially with the technical and technical plus playstyles. So we'll have to see how that works in game as well. I don't know how I feel about it so far, I'm not gonna lie. Power header and power header plus playstyle adjustments as well. So significantly reduced header shot accuracy when performed by players with the power header and power header plus playstyles. That's an interesting one. I don't really recall that playstyle or playstyle plus being that like crazy in game. I'm not gonna lie. We'll have to see what they say in the actual notes here. Players with the power header and power header playstyle pluses were more effective than intended in the air, resulting in an inauthentic amounts of goals scored. With this change, players with these playstyles will still be more effective than their counterparts without them, but with the more lifelike results we see in real-world football. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That's a bit of a weird change for me. I've never really seen, like, it's never been a standout playstyle to me where it's like, oh, this needs to be fixed. Like, the finesse one, sure, that totally needed to be fixed. Everyone used the players with the finesse and finesse plus. I don't mind that change, but the power header and power header plus one, that's a bit strange to me, just because I don't know. That's one I haven't really noticed that much in game. The one thing that I do notice, especially off corners, is the acrobatic plus. I have Holland, and he has the acrobatic plus, and if the ball's going near him, he's scoring. It's pretty crazy to me. I mean, I've used the Lukaku with the power header plus. I don't know. Like, it's kind of hard sometimes to use it. I know Van Dijk has that as well. Let me know in the comments if you like that change. I feel like that's a bit of a weird one to me. But overall, guys, I'm not going to lie. I like a lot of these changes. I really like a lot of these changes. So we'll take a look at the Ultimate Team stuff as well. But yeah, a lot of these changes are for the better, honestly. A lot of the community, a lot of the creators have been complaining about a lot of this shit for months now. So I'm glad they're finally addressing it and finally appeasing the community in some way. And we'll have to see how it plays in game. Take a look at the quick Ultimate Team and more stuff. We'll have to see what we've got here coming into Ultimate Team. Title update number 6 brings 94 player items like we said earlier. You will see many familiar faces among the added player item list, including Santi Cazorla, Adama Traore, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. That's pretty sick. We also have an Ultimate Team fan favorite returning back to La Liga, EA Sports, and Sevilla, Sergio Ramos. Okay, this is awesome. Yeah, because a lot of those players, I think even like Hazard, they haven't mentioned him here, but he's not in FC24. But looks like you're going to get Traore, Cazorla, Oxlade-Chamberlain. That's pretty sick, man. And Ramos is a pretty big one that I know a lot of people don't really have, but he's always been like they said in the notes here, he's always been a fan favorite, so that's pretty huge. To further highlight our holiday update changes, 2 SBCs will soon be available in Ultimate Team. Player moments, Adama Traore, man, that is so sick. Let's see here. The role of wingback in today's football is highly dynamic and demanding, and with recent gameplay changes, we aim to represent this role as authentically as possible. The Adama Traore player item will be a right wingback with quick step plus, flair, and rapid playstyles. This unique combination of position and playstyles can help players dominate over the sideline with an offensive-minded wingback with deadly forth and back runs. As noted above, the base Adama Traore player item is one of the 94 additionals you'll see in Ultimate Team. That is awesome. I'm excited to see that Traore. He looks like he's going to be really good with that quick step plus. That's such a good playstyle plus. I'm curious to see the rating of that player moments, Adama Traore. That's going to be a cool one. Radioactive Ismail Benasser. That's going to be a busted one. That's going to be a busted one. I don't even have to read the notes on that. If you want, we'll take a look at it, but that's going to be pretty that's going to be Looks like they're also bringing some more star heads in. So, ooh, Koble looks really good here, actually. That's pretty huge. That's pretty sick. It looks like they're going to make a lot of players, including managers as well, like Luis Enrique. That's pretty awesome. I don't mind this, man. You know what? They're little changes, but you know what? It's showing EA, it's showing the community that EA kind of cares a little bit, which I feel like a lot of people, like a lot of people like to harp on EA saying, oh, they just release a game and all they care is of the money and the packs and all that. At least with updates like this, updates that they don't have to do, by the way, like this Koble headshot here and all the other stuff, they don't have to do this, but at least they're putting some time and effort into FC. It looks like they really want this to do well, and they don't like all of the negative backlash they're getting. Looks like there's a new Diogo Jota celebration. That's pretty cool. Let's see what the second page has to... Oh, this is just Luis Enrique. Okay, that's pretty cool, man. I really... You know what? The be-all and end-all in all of this is just... EA is showing that they give a shit a little bit with their game, you know? I don't mind this at all. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys think, because a lot of the gameplay updates that they're doing, I think are massive. I think they're long overdue, but at least they're finally adding them, which, you know, I do not mind at all. I really like the updates that they're doing gameplay wise, and I like the little other updates that they're doing, like they're adding Traore, they're adding Santi Cazorla, Ramos. That's pretty cool. They're also getting some new headshots into the game. I think that's really nice. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of these updates. I think overall it's a positive, definitely an overwhelming positive. Huge W from EA. Finally, man, finally they're putting in some updates that really impact the game. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. Quick little update on what they're doing to the game. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.